Hello, my name's Anne and I am normally in front of the camera talking to you with the No Excuses podcast. But today I'm going to record a short video showing you how I add to stash on Ravelry. I'm hoping to do probably 3 or 4 videos on Ravelry. I'll do more if people ask if it's anything that I actually use. I think there's quite a bit on here that I don't use, but despite all the problems that Ravelry's had, I'm still using it because it's got all my stash on and all my projects going back a few years. And as I've said before, I've invested a lot of time in it, and also I like the fact that you can share things on Ravelry much better at the moment anyway than I know of than with any other crafting database. So this is the home page, as you can see, on Ravelry, and in the top right hand corner I've got a little picture of Bert, and that's my profile picture. You'll notice it's on a black screen with white writing, and that's called dark mode. And I had a couple of people say yes, they would like to see the video in dark mode, and for me it's a sure way of me showing you without risk of it hurting anybody if they accidentally click on the video. And I got to there by hovering over Bert and then coming down without clicking onto mode. And you'll see there are 3 modes. If you hover over them, there's merino, which is a high contrast. It's got red and green on there. And then there's Herdwick, which is one I normally use because I do find merino a bit bright. Herdwick is more, it's greyed out slightly on the screen. Not really noticeable, but it makes a difference to a lot of people. And it's also a lower contrast. And then the one with the bar under it is the one that we've chosen at the moment. But it is pretty obvious that you're in dark mode. And that's what I clicked, and that's what we've got. So if I click away, if I move away from that, that little bar drop down disappears. So as I said, we're going to add to stash. And I've started doing this video about 4 times now, realising I hadn't got everything ready that I needed. But I think we're okay to go now, so let's have another go. So we go to stash by hovering over notebook next to my profile picture, and without clicking with your mouse, click on stash. I should say at this point that I'm on a Windows 10 machine. I'm not an Apple user. My phone is an Android and my laptop is a Windows 10. So if you have an Apple machine or iPad, or even an Android tablet, it may operate slightly differently to this, because Ravelry have now got a mobile view which is used on the phones and on tablets, which is slightly different to the PC view. Can't think what it's called. Anyway, so hopefully you'll get a screen similar to this, whatever you're on. So now, don't you judging me, because I've got, obviously, you might notice I've got 200 items in my stash. That doesn't mean to say I've got massive quantities of everything. And this is over several years, but I have a slight guilt trip about it for about 30 seconds. Okay, so today we're going to add to stash. And then we'll come back to this page in a future video where I show you how to search on things, if you want to see that as well. So let's go over to the left hand corner here, and we're going to click on add to stash, and you'll come up with this page. It's quite a minimal page, and it says there, oh grief, you are adding your 479th stash yarn. Do you know, I don't really want to know that. Oh, I hope you're laughing at me and not shaking your head. Oh dear, it is my main hobby. Shut up, Anne. Right, okay, we're going to add some yarn that I bought from the Wool Warehouse in June, and I've been specifically not putting it on here so they can show you how I do it. So as you know, you probably know I should say, you might not be, if you're out of the UK, you may not have heard of them, but Wool Warehouse is a very good online yarn supplier. So we're going to choose, where was your yarn originally purchased? And you have several options here, and I'm going to choose online store. And I'm going to cursor down a little bit, and it's asking for the name of the stashed yarn. Now, for me, that means like, is it sock yarn? It's whatever the brand call that particular run of yarn. So for the first one, we're going to add the Drops Soft Tweed, and it's coming up there already because it recognises it. So I've clicked on that, and it has taken it, but it's very, very faint there. That's a little bit of an error. Oh no, I've clicked away from it now. Soft Tweed, and the yarn company is, now this is a bit problematic, and why I had to stop before when I started recording, is it's called Drops on the ball band, but actually they're on here as Garn Studio. So you click on that. Sometimes you get a long drop down and you choose the one that it's nearest to. If it isn't on there, you can still add it. I don't normally fill in the store name from Wool Warehouse. I fill that detail in on the following page. So I'm going to press, excuse me, need to put my teeth in again, continue. And it's saying I'm stashing a new yarn, which is Soft Tweed from Garn Studio. And is it this? Now, if it wasn't this, I could say, no, it is not what I'm looking for. I'll enter my own details. But it is this one. So I'm going to select it, choose this yarn. Okay. So here we have the main adding to stash page. And it's already filled in what it knows, what I've already told it. So it's Garn Studio Drops Soft Tweed there. And I'm going to add the colourway Pebbles, if they've got it. And we come down here and it's number 6. And then I've started more recently anyway, adding the colour group that it's in, and it's in grey. Okay. Now here it tells you it's a DK, and I get a bit miffed with it here because it's telling me it's mixing its imperial and metric. And although I'm pretty good when I tend to use imperial if I'm sewing and measuring things, but I think we'll say it's 130 metres there. I've just changed it. You know, it won't change the record against Soft Tweed. It's just changed it from here for me. But I don't, you know, why does it say yards and grams? So I've altered that. Now I bought quite a lot. I bought 12 originally, and then Penny got me another 4, so I've got 16, because I'm going to knit it at a tighter gauge as 4-ply to do the orchid jumper that I showed you briefly in my little new craft journal. So I'll put 16 in there. And here we can say where we purchased it, bought it. So we're going to start typing in Wool Warehouse. And it hasn't come up with anything, so I'm going to click this little link icon there. And it comes up saying, do you mean Wool Warehouse, Leamington Spa, Warwickshire? Yes, I do. So, or if it's none of the above, just click that one. But it is a Wool Warehouse. And I know that the purchase date was, I'm going to choose it off here. You just cursor down a little bit. And it's in August 2021, so I'm going to go back to June. And then I'm going to click on 15th. So purchase date, 15th of June 2021. And I paid $47.84 in total. Okay. Now, I could add dial-up. I could tag it, like, you know, it's for a certain blanket or whatever I wanted to do, but I don't fill in these. I do, however, fill in stored in if it gets put in the loft in my bags, in my IKEA bags. But I've got this downstairs at the moment in the craft area, so I'm going to leave that blank. Okay. So I'm now going to go and add some photographs. Now it will auto save as you hit this. Okay. And I'm going to choose files, and I'm going to go and find the photographs that I've taken of the soft tweed yarn. And I've got it says choose 3 files. It's recognised I've got 3 photographs and it lists them there. I'm going to upload. And it's going to bring them in. Just sip of tea. Okay, now what you can do with the photographs is you can click on that. I want that one to be the first one. Or do I? I mean, that's a better representation of the colour. I might keep that one actually. Put that one as the first one. I've pulled them all in. And then what you can do, you can crop it by clicking on this middle icon here, and it allows you to move the photograph to its best angle. Now sometimes, say you've taken a picture of a speckled yarn, but it's only speckled down one end, and you want to concentrate on that end with the photo, because these are all square and your photos are long, remember, they've got a different aspect ratio, then you can wiggle it about a bit. But actually, I'm going to save it like that. So I've got 1, 2, 3 pictures. I don't like the fact I've got a shadow on that, so I'm actually going to delete it and just keep the 2. So I'm going to press the bin. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Okay. And then I get the bottom right hand corner of this window, and I'm going to press finished with photos. And it's brought up 2 photographs of my soft tweed, and I have finished entering anything in. If I wanted to put notes on here, I can. And if I wanted to add another colourway, or go to photos, or add a new yarn, then I could from here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start over again to show you the process another time. So I'll repeat it, save you going back and watching the same thing. So, go up to here, I'm going to press Save Changes. Okay, so there we go. And it's all there. Now you can share these things. It's telling you about the yarn. It's 50% wool, 25% alpaca, 25% rayon. And it's brought all that in from the data that Garn Studio have put on there themselves, most likely. Right, well, just very quickly now, because I'm already up to 14 minutes. Do it again. So I've clicked on Stash at the top there, and you can see that it's added the soft tweed, and I've got 800 grams, which is 16 times 50 grams. So that's all lovely. So we're just going to very quickly add again. So it's the same day, the same. So online store. Now the name of this yarn is Naturals, and it's that lovely Starcraft bamboo and cotton that I bought, and so it's Stylecraft. Oh, and it's come up with Starcraft, so click on that, change it, and I'm pressing continue, and it's going Naturals bamboo and cotton, and you know I know that's the one I want, so I'm going to choose that yarn. It's giving me other things that it's found that have got a similar name in. So it's quite good, you know, it doesn't just match it exactly, it looks for something similar. So choose that yarn, and then we're back into the page where we need to put everything in. So the first one I'm going to put in is pumice. I'm going to go down here and see if I can find. There we go. Where's it gone? Oh, sausages, I can't see it. There's celery. Oh, just right next to each other. I'm going to only do pumice today. It didn't take. I'll go back again. There we go. And I think the closest colour is pink, because it's more of a pink than anything else. Also, you've got colour attributes here if you want to add. If you wanted to do solid, which this is, or if you've got a hand-dyed one, you might want to add variegated or speckled, and you can tick as many of these that you want to. And again, it can help you if you're searching for something that you think you've got, or you want to label it as that. And I've done it for some of mine, but not all. So, and then we go down, and it recognises again that it's a DK. And this time it says 250 metres and 100 grams, and I'm far happier with that. And I've got 6. Okay. And again, we bought it at the same time. Wool Warehouse. I'm just going to leave, click on the link, choose Wool Warehouse. I don't know whether, if you just leave it like that, does the link itself, or whether that link makes any difference, to be honest. But anyway, so the purchase date, again, I'm going to click on the calendar. I'm in 21, so I'm going to choose June the 15th. And then the total paid, I haven't worked out, because I can't do sums in my head. So I'm going to call up from the bottom my calculator, and it's £4.49. No, it's not that. See, look at that. Adding things for me to make it look like I spent more than I have. Times 6. £26.94. I could have done that, couldn't I? 6. Oh, useless with arithmetic. So £26.94 into there, and I've already chosen my currency is defaulted because it, because it's my profile, I think. So yeah, and then we're going to go into add photos, and again I'm going to go and choose. So it's saying I'm uploading 2 files here. Okay, so upload now. And there we go. And again, you can see that's slightly over to the right. So I'm going to use that cropping technique to just centre that ball a bit more and save that. And then move that to my top one, which will be the one that shows on the stash page overall. And I'm also going to centre that a little bit more. There we go. And save it. And then I'm finished with the photographs down in the bottom right hand corner. So there we go. So that's 2 lots added. I'm going to save changes. And then I'm going to click on here to go back to my main stash page. And you can see that it's added the bamboo and cotton, the naturals. Okay. So that's all I'm going to do today. Thank you for joining me. If you've got any questions about this particular video, you know where to contact me. Please do get in touch. I hope I haven't gone too quickly, and that's always the danger when you've been doing something for a while. But yeah, so next time I'll show you adding a project. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you back at the podcast sometime very soon. You take care. Bye-bye.